What's good, everybody? It's your boy J Main back checking in with the people. And today I wanted to talk about No Man's Sky. Is No Man's Sky getting overhyped? Is No Man's Sky gonna live up to expectations? What do I feel about No Man's Sky? Am I picking it up? Just wanted to get into, a couple of those bullet points in the video. I had some things on my mind that I wanted to talk about. So, and some of you may know, No Man's Sky is coming out next week. Now, this game has been showcased for a couple years now, whether it be E3, whether it be trailers, development, interviews, all types of stuff. I think the developer, Sean Murray, was even on a couple talk shows, showing off the game and things like that. And No Man's Sky is supposed to be this humongous game with procedural generated planets. It was something like 18 quintillion planets that you can explore, which is impossible to actually explore all of those. And you got this big exploration game made by a few people on the indie development team that everybody's been talking about lately. A lot of people feel like the game is getting overhyped, and in my opinion, I don't know. I can't say it is, because we live in a generation, in an era where people like stuff like No Man's Sky. People like, these exploration games where you do go around and you look for, sources and elements and whatever you can find. I like to point to Minecraft when it comes to people saying that No Man's Sky is overhyped. Minecraft is one of the top selling games. Now, I know it's not as expensive as No Man's Sky is supposed to be, which is $60. But still, it still takes people to like the game to buy it, or to even give it a try or something like that. So for that to be one of the most sold games today, it must mean that somebody likes it. You know what I'm saying? So to say it's overhyped, I can't agree with that, because there's obviously an audience for it. So if those people like what they get from those kind of games, then I can't say it's overhyped. Will it live up to expectations? It all depends on what your expectations are. Some people may think that this is going to be the best game ever. Some people may think, well, it's going to be an exploration game, so I'm going to go in there, chip away at it, do what I got to do, play it for a little bit, a little amounts of time a day. And some people feel like they're going to play this game for the rest of their lives. I don't agree that it's going to be a game that you play for the rest of your life. In fact, rumors are coming out that somebody did possibly get to the center of the universe, which is the main goal, in 30 hours. Now, I don't know if he got to the center of a galaxy or the center of the universe, which would be the goal of the game. So that is still kind of cloudy. I'm not sure which one it was. But if it was the center of the universe that he got to and it was the end game, then it doesn't look like you're going to be spending the rest of your life playing this game. It's not going to be necessary. You know what I'm saying? But as far as expectations, at the end of the day, you can't, when you look at something and you're hyped for it, it's most of the situation is going to be where your expectations were never met, because sometimes you put things up on a pedestal, you put them so high that it's almost impossible for your expectations to be met. And sometimes it does happen. Don't get me wrong. There's times where I've been super hyped for a game like Bloodborne, and my expectations were met and superseded. So it happens, you know what I'm saying? Things like that happen. But it's nothing wrong with being hyped for a game. You know what I'm saying? If you like what you see and you like what they're talking about, then be hyped for the game. If it disappoints you, it disappoints you. At the end of the day, you gave it a shot and you thought it would be something you liked. So in my opinion, I'm going to get this game, and it looks like something that I might enjoy. Now, I was shocked to have this opinion, because on the surface, No Man's Sky is not a game that I generally like to play. Being that it's, open world and you can explore these planets, and there's, tons of resources to find, tons of elements to mine and things like that. I have OCD for better or for worse. So going to one planet, I probably will end up spending a lot of time in one planet, and that's gonna that's going to be good at first, but over time, I'm going to get frustrated because I know that I'm going to want to end up just beating the game and then just end up forgetting about exploring these planets and just go straight to the main goal. But I do kind of want to pace myself with it, and I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing, because I don't want to burn myself out with, you know, spending so much time on one planet that I feel like, all right, I'm done with, you know, everything about the game because I get frustrated with one planet. But like I said, it's not something that I'm normally excited to play. I don't know, something about the art direction, which it's not the most beautiful game ever, but you know, just something about the art direction, something about the being able to explore these planets, something about it being procedurally generated. I really want to see if, you know, it's gonna live up to that at least. Are these planets gonna all be the same with little differences here and there, or are they gonna be completely different planets with different weather, you know, different animals, different you know, water life and things like that? Like, is it really going to be much different everywhere you go? And, you know, as yet, you know, we're yet to see because the game isn't out yet. You know what I'm saying? Some people do have the game early. Some people have been talking about it and things like that. But, you know, I'm just going to take that with a grain of salt because no one can tell me what I feel about a game if I haven't played it. So, you know, I just been, you know, thinking about it, and a lot of people have the whole, well, what do you do in the game? And I feel like if you're still saying that at this point, then you really don't care, because they've been telling you what you do in this game over and over, if you ask me. They tell you what the main objective is, to get to the center of the universe. We don't know what was there, obviously, because that would spoil the point of getting there. And they tell you can explore these planets. You can trade with NPCs and stations and things like that to upgrade your ship or get better ships, I believe it was, upgrade your weapons, your suit, things like that. There's survival elements to it, whether you're going to be hostile on these planets and you want to try and kill everything and, you know, destroy space stations and things like that. There's the ship piloting. You can, you know, fly around in space, shoot up different ships, shoot up different stations and things like that. So obviously they're telling you what you do in the game. As far as the story goes, they have been keeping that under wraps, and I feel like that's okay. Like, you don't really want them to give too much away if there is, you know, much about the story. We still don't know too much about it. So if there is going to be any story elements to it, then they obviously been keeping it under wraps. But if not, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That is the game. So if that's not appealing to you, then you probably shouldn't get it if you're still sitting there saying, what do you do in the game? But some people do still want to try it out. And even though they got this skepticism, they still want to try it out and see what it is. And that's okay if that's what you want to do. But yeah, like, I'm still going to pick it up. I could get it early, but I'm not trying to make that trip out to, to New York City and get it. I'm just going to wait till it comes out. I'm going to get it digitally and just download it. So yeah, I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to see how I end up feeling about the game. Let me know down in the comment section if you're interested in No Man's Sky, if you're picking it up, or if you're not interested, if you're something that you've been looking at and it doesn't look appealing to you. Let me know what you feel about this game. But I'll check you out in my next video. Peace.